This EFT tapping is called feeling safe in safe places. When we've experienced a lot of danger within our lives, when we encounter safety, that too can feel like a danger. So let's do an EFT tapping for this. So taking full responsibility for your own well-being and repeating after me, and let's go with that flow and start to tap. Even though I've experienced a lot of things in my life, I've experienced danger, constant threat, emotional harm, and physical harm. And this new experience of people being kind to me feels very threatening, and I'm unsure what to do with this feeling. I love, forgive, and accept myself. Even though I might build some walls around my heart in an effort to protect it. And sometimes these kind people are defended away and are rejected. And I love, forgive, and accept myself. Even though I feel very uncertain at times, and I feel a lot of emotions towards myself when I experience people being kind. And there might be a lot of unkind things that I say to myself when I experience this kindness. And I love, forgive, and accept myself. All these experiences in my life, I may have had a lot of negative experiences. There are many times in my life where an open hand may be seen as a helping up or a slapping down hand. And I get very scared when someone shows me intentions, because I'm unsure if they're good intentions or ill intentions towards me. And I start to live my life in protection, protecting myself from the next blow, be it an emotional blow or a physical blow. And I've learnt many lessons in my life. And I really haven't had some great teachers who like to beat me down, use disciplinary action to truly punish me in my learning and growing process. Because if I don't get it right first time, there are consequences. And I might have learned many other things in my development. That whatever answer I gave, if it didn't suit my caregiver, if it didn't suit my teacher in life, I was a bad person. And I deserved punishment for trying to grow and for trying to be a human being. And some of these punishments were done out of kindness. It's kind to be cruel. And some of these people in my life were very kind to me with their cruelness. And these lessons that I've learnt, there were other lessons that I learnt along the way of how not to bring on this punishment, of how to keep me safe, safe from harm, both physical and emotional. And these lessons that I've learnt along the way within my development, I've carried through into other parts of my life as I tried to grow. They may have continued into relationships, into job roles, into friendships, where when I experience this kindness, I start to second guess. I start to see misintentions where there might have just been good intentions, where there may have been a look that reminded me of past experiences, that harm was incoming, when it was just a bad day for that person. I've learnt many protective measures in my life to keep me safe from bad teachers, with some very strict lessons, who may have learnt the same lessons in their life and decided to teach me those lessons. So I may withdraw from humanity. I may see humanity in an ill light from this perspective that I've grown up in and had to keep myself safe from. Because if I've only had bad things happen to me, I'd only expect bad things in the future and bad intentions from other people. So I'm not bad or stupid for thinking these things. For these things kept me safe in a world of hurt. And this safety, I have to look at this safety. Is it really keeping me safe? Or is it keeping me in a survival mode of perceiving the next threat and how to live my life to avoid it? And I might go to great measures to limit a lot of goodness in my life due to some bad teaching, some real bad advice. And I might really get angry at myself. I might really start to blame myself for when good people come into my life and offered goodness and kindness. And I might have pushed these people away because I really didn't want to get hurt. So I may have created many scenarios in order to keep myself safe. And in the aftermath, when I really start to review things, they really had good intentions. And I get really angry at myself. And I wonder where I learnt that from. That I must punish myself for not being the best, for not being good enough, for not deserving this goodness in my life. So I punish myself with the same teachings that I received in my learning and growing. And I'm not bad or stupid for this. It's what I learnt. And what I know, I tend to go with in life. But if I start to bring awareness to this, then I'm start living in survival mode. That the lessons that I'm beating myself up with may have been the same lessons I learnt growing up. I can start to bring awareness and start to bring some compassion to myself and start to bring some change. Start to bring some compassion to my own self and start to love myself a little bit more. And it really hurts to love myself. Because if I don't trust other people, how can I trust my own self? And I give love to that trust. Because it's trying to do its best with what it was given. It's not an easy road to unlearn what I've learnt. But the road that I know, even though it's kept me safe for so long, is it what I truly want? Or is it what I've truly had to survive by? And anything that's unknown, for any human, there is always fear. It's always going to be scary. And I definitely have known fear in my life. But I don't want to fear myself. And I want to start to feel secure in myself. And with any lesson that I learn, I'm allowed to fail. I'm allowed to stumble along my way in order to learn something new. To make it become part of my belief system. My new belief in myself. That I don't need to punish myself with harsh words. That I can encourage myself in my development as I learn and grow. And undo these binds that keep me safe, that keep me shielded, that weigh me down, that justify my isolation. And in order to protect myself from an unknown threat of people trying to be kind to me. And if I'm pushing people away, and I don't want them to be kind to me, if I want them to leave me alone, I have to ask myself, do I deserve this? Or is it another way to protect myself? Because what I'm telling myself is I want people to dismiss me and to leave me alone and to not hurt me. You may have just been offering that open hand as a gesture of kindness and a gesture of goodwill. And I might have to say to myself, can I allow myself to know the opposite, to be deserving of goodness, of others, and within myself? And when I'm feeling safer, I'll only know that. I don't drop all my shields. I remove it piece by piece. This armoring that's protecting me. I feel safer once I drop it piece by piece. As I learn and grow that it's okay to be safe. Not everyone's a good person, but not everyone's a bad person. And I'm allowed to drop my armor piece by piece when I'm good and ready to feel safe. And once that armor's dropped, I might feel a bit more freer within myself, both within my emotions and within my body. You can start to move a bit more freely through life, in mind, body, and spirit. And taking a deep breath in and out. So yes, it's completely rational that after so many years of receiving harm, that we start to see the world as a threatening place, because that is what we've known. But there are good people in the world, and there is goodness within ourselves, no matter how much it's been screamed to tell to be silent. So starting to release those binds that have been put upon us in a way to hold us down in our place, to receive more punishment in a way, and starting to release that, and knowing that there is goodness within us and goodness in other people, and the lessons that we've learnt will help us, but sometimes those lessons, if taught poorly, will restrict us. So I'm down from Eflowtion Support Services. I offer EFT Tapping one-on-one online. So if you're interested, check out eflowtionsupportservices.com, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.